guys. So as you know, we've been working on our chapter on division, and then yesterday we kind of threw it back and did a little bit of a refresher for multiplication. And part of the reason why I did that is because today and tomorrow we're going to talk about how division and multiplication are related, okay? Now, I've talked about it a little bit before, that multiplication and division are opposites, okay? They are inverse operations. So all that means is that they are the opposite of each other. Addition and subtraction are opposites. Multiplication and division are opposites. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples as to how multiplication and division are related but opposite, okay? So hang out with me. Okay, let's think about the division sentence 21 divided by 3. So what that means is I have 21 of something and I've put it into 3 groups. Let's model that. Okay, there's my 3 groups. Now I'm going to equal share until I get to 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. How many are in each group? 7. Okay, so that is me using a model, a picture, to solve 21 divided by 3. I have 21 tally marks divided equally. Remember, no matter which one we're talking about, equal is important, among my 3 groups, and that leaves 7 tally marks in each group. But hey, remember, we can use modeling of groups like this for a multiplication fact too. Let's take a look. How many groups do I have? I have 3. How many are in each group? 7. How many tally marks are there total? 21. Look at that. One model, one picture, allowed me to make both a division and a multiplication sentence. Hot dog. That's pretty cool, right? Let's try another one. Okay, this time I'm going to give the division sentence 18 divided by 6. Okay, so that means I have 18 tally marks. I'm going to put them into 6 equal groups, always equal. And we're going to figure out how many are in each group. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's my 6 groups. I'm going to equal share until I get to 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, how many are in each group? 3. All right, now let's flip it around and make our multiplication sentence. How many groups do I have? 6. How many are in each group? 3. How many tally marks do I have total? 18. Isn't that cool? One model allows me to make both a division and a multiplication sentence. So let's even take it a step further. Do you remember talking about fact families with addition and subtraction? A fact family is 4 different facts made up of the same 3 numbers. Well, here's the cool thing. That works in addition and subtraction because they're inverse operations. Multiplication and division, inverse operations. So we can also make multiplication and division fact families. Let's see if we can figure it out. What 3 numbers did I use in both of these sentences? Well, I have 18. Whoops. I have 18. I have 6. And I have 3. Let's check. Do I have those same numbers in my multiplication sentence? 6, 3, 18. Okay, well, Here's two facts that I know I can make using those numbers. 18 divided by 6 equals 3, and 6 times 3 equals 18. Now stretch your mind back and think, what do we know about fact families? Well, I know I need 4 different fact sentences. So there's 1, 2, we need to figure out 3 and 4. I know they all use those same numbers. And what else? Oh yeah, commutative property of multiplication says if 6 times 3 is 18, can I just turn it around? 3 times 6 equals 18, right? So now I know my 2 multiplication facts. What about my other division fact? I know I always start with my biggest number, and I know I can only use these 2 numbers as well. So if this was 18 divided by 6, what would my last fact sentence be? Right, I'm just going to flip-flop those. 18 divided by 3 equals 6. Okay, so if I would have had 3 groups instead of 6, I would have put 6 in each one. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so that ends up being my fact family for this. All right, so that's kind of an introduction, and what I'd like for you to do now is grab your workbook and go ahead and turn to page 271. If you need to pause the video to grab it, you can do so. Okay, lesson 5. We kind of skipped over lesson 4 and I just squished it together with lesson 5, kind of to save us some time. Okay, so at the top of page 271, it says, you have learned how division and multiplication are related. That's what we just did. We drew the pictures, we showed how they were inverse and related. Operations that are related are inverse operations because they undo each other. So all that means is, like, when I drew the picture of 21 divided by 3, undoing it was the multiplication fact. It was like the opposite. All right, let's look at example number 1. Zoom it in. There we go. Okay, example 1 says, a baker has made a tray of fresh muffins. Use the array to write a related multiplication and division sentence to find the unknown. How many muffins are there in all? Okay, so here's our array. Our array is a muffin tin, okay? So let's count. How many rows do we have? 1, 2, 3. How many columns do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's do our multiplication sentence first. Number of rows is 3. Number in each row is 4. The number in all, well, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The number in all is 12, okay? Now, let's check out our division sentence. With division, I always start with my total. I have to start with my biggest number. What is my total? It's 12. Divided by, how many rows are there? 1, 2, 3. And then that leaves me with how many are in each row? 1, 2, 3, 4. Voila. There's my multiplication sentence made from this array. Because remember, my first number is how many rows. Second number, how many is in each row. The answer is the total. I also have my division sentence, okay? My dividend, biggest number, is 12. That's how many there are. How many rows did they divide it into? 1, 2, 3. How many did that leave in each row? 1, 2, 3, 4. So the unknown was 12. Okay, that was our total. That's what we didn't know. There are 12 muffins in all. Okay? The multiplication sentence multiplies 3 rows, by 4 columns, to get to 12. The division sentence undoes the multiplication by dividing the 12 by 3 to get 4. okay? So when we say that it undoes it, it doesn't actually mean like it's a present and they're undoing the wrapping. It just means that it's the opposite, okay? We can use that division sentence to kind of be the opposite. All right, let's turn the page. Whoop, too far. Okay, let's look at the top of page 272. A group of related facts using the same numbers is a fact family. We just talked about those, right? Each fact family follows a pattern by using the same numbers. Okay, so the fact family for 3, 4, and 12. 3 times 4 is 12. Using the commutative property, I turn it around. 4 times 3 equals 12. Both of my division sentences have to start with the biggest number. That's my dividend. 12 divided by 3 equals 4. 12 divided by 4 equals 3. So there's my fact family. Okay? What if my fact family is a doubles? Like 7 times 7 equals 49. So my only numbers that I have are 7 and 49. If it's a doubles, you're only going to have 2 sentences. 7 times 7 equals 49. 49 divided by 7 equals 7. You don't really have more than that because like if you turn it around, it's still going to be 7 times 7. Okay? But that's only for doubles. All right, let's try example number 2. Complete the fact family for the numbers 3, 6, and 18. I didn't even realize we already did that, but we'll do it again for extra practice. All right, 3 times 6 equals, so I could count how many apples and I know it equals 18. Blank times 3 equals 18. So if I were to flip that array on its side, then I would have 6 times 3 equals 18. Then I go to my division sentences. Both of them have to start with my dividend as the biggest number. So 18 divided by blank equals 6. Well, if I'm already using 18 and I'm already using 6, I know that I had to put 3 there. What about 18 divided by 6? Right, then my answer would be 3. All right, I hope that made sense and you're not too confused and you feel like you've got this. What you're going to do now is go ahead and do numbers 1, 2, and 3 on this page and complete all of the next page. Then you can watch the video to check it with me.